It appears that her pieces of strings can defy gravity. And rose petals come from nowhere. I don't even really know what nationality she's supposed to be. Supposedly, everyone was supposed to be like, okay, this actually looks a lot funnier. I find this scene kind of funny. It reminds me of the one scene from Toy Story. But anyway, apparently all the girls in this were supposed to be like Asian, Hispanic, black, and white. But for some reason they have two white girls. I'm an Asian and a black girl. I'm not really sure why. I guess they couldn't find a decent historical Hispanic war going on. But then again, the one for the European one is just like, it's just, oh, group of crazy people. Okay, this looks retarded.
Make them stop! I don't want to hear them anymore! I'm scared. I'm so scared. My head hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry. Have mercy.
For some reason, this makes me think of what the sound programmer must have been thinking about, probably with their initial making of this. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to have the models also do the voice acting. Honestly, I think Drebin's stories would have sufficed. Yep, they supply her with regular lipstick. And apparently comb her hair. Ass shot number 3D7. Still not as much as Final Fantasy X.
Set me free!
Good God, that was just painful. Okay, I'm gonna get the doll. Where is it? There it is. And for some reason, they got rid of my damn Mazin. Why? Oh, I guess I had to put away my damn Mazin. Shit. Oh, that was stupid. Wow, for the one that was based on screaming, she had the worst scream out of all of them. Ow! Isn't that how Hayabusa got paralyzed? God, why does my dog just keep crossing the area where I record? Is it just me, or is there like some weird layer around Snake's head? Now, I would have liked this if this was an extra, if like you took out the Sorrow doll, but the fact that this happens regardless of what happens at all is just stupid. This is the most pointless cameo thus far in the game. This adds nothing to the plot and is just another show of how completely fucked up the sense of reality or fantasy this game has. I love how they have to tell you from MGS1.
You don't seem to believe your own eyes.
But the audio is clear, which means it must really be Twitch 6 2004.
Mind reader and psychokinesis.
That's not a real word.
Start by reading your personality.
It's psychokinetic, I think.
Past. That's right. This is no trick. It's true power.
This is fucking stupid.
What? Where is your data? Where is it saved?
I'll admit, this is funny,
There's no memory.
but it's so dumb and it really feels out of place for a scene that was supposed to have dramatic tension.
Or rather, your hardware.
Like I said, if this would have been cool if you got of the Sorrow doll, because then it would make sense, because it's supposed to attract the spirits of the dead.
Put it down as flat as you can. That's good. Now, I will move your controller by the power of my will alone.
Alternate version of this is if you have no vibration.
Vibration is back!
But actually his body movements are actually almost completely identical. It's mostly the audio that's completely different. Did he just pelvic thrust us? Flimsy plastic.
The spirit of the warrior.
Oh yeah, first person scene here. You can see the sorrow. Which actually would, this also strengthens my argument. That really would have made a hell of a lot more sense only if you got the Sorrow doll.
You bested the last beast. That doll you just picked up lets you manipulate anybody who's got nanomachines in them. Sounds like something the devil's cooked up if you ask me. Mantis came from South America. She was born and raised in a country racked by never-ending civil wars. Her village was attacked by enemy forces and burned to the ground. This was when she was still a little girl. Hunted by enemy death squads, she was separated from her family. She barely managed to escape with her life. Ended up in the basement of this one building. It was full of corpses that had been dumped there. Almost all of them had been tortured to death. She was petrified with fear. And then, she heard the sound of heavy boots on the floor above her, followed by shrieking screams. The kind that would make every hair on your body stand straight up. She had stumbled across a makeshift torture chamber. Somebody'd locked the door, and she was trapped. It was dark, it was dank, and it was full of a wretched stench. She couldn't sleep with the screams of torture victims all around her. All she could do was sit curled up in one corner of the room, trembling. A week passed, then 10 days. She managed to keep hydrated by drinking the filthy water pooled up on the floor, but there was no food. Being trapped in that kind of place, half crazy from hunger, did a serious number on her mind. Did you know female mantises eat their mates? The screams went on day and night. She covered her ears, but it didn't help. And then, she was saved. By a little black mantis that taught her how to block out the screams, how to plug up her inner ears.
What the hell are you talking about?
I'm saying, Snake, that when she couldn't stand the hunger any longer, she started feeding on the corpses. But only the male ones. She didn't realize who was doing it. In her mind, it was a female mantis devouring her mates. It was like one big twisted waking dream. There was no mantis, of course. It was all a hallucination. Nothing more than some story spun by another person she'd created inside. Her unstable mind was what made her so vulnerable. Later, they ripped out what was left of her psyche with drugs and hypnosis, and implanted the persona of Psycho Mantis. It wasn't her will that controlled the B&Bs. It was Psycho Mantis, half assimilated into her soul, pulling the strings.
Okay.
Screaming Mantis.
This is where the story just gets stupid.
Anyway,
I mean, really?
she survived
Implanting
several weeks
the
down
personality,
that
that is a
and finally
fucking
got back to the
retarded
surface.
excuse.
But the screams in her head didn't subside. They would always be with her. Only this time, they weren't real. The inner earplugs didn't work anymore. The black mantis had disappeared. There was no place left to escape. Which is why she was always screaming, to drown out the ones in her own head. But it's over now. You freed Mantis from that dark nightmare.
The last of them beasts.
You got it, pal. Well, I'm done playing storyteller for a while. Now get going. GW is waiting. And this time, you get to make up the ending.
Alright. Well, that was it for a bunch of really creepy women. Actually, I found out that in Peace Walker, apparently, Big Boss has a relationship with a 15-year-old girl, which is the creepiest thing ever. But the thing is, she doesn't even look 15. They made her they drew her out like she's only 12.
Snake. Where's Johnny?
That's a damn good point. Where the hell did he go? Well, thankfully they didn't come when Psycho Mantis was talking, or when Screaming Mantis was talking. I love how she's only barely selling getting shot. Actually, now that I think about it, why didn't he give her the Psycho Mantis doll?
Go on without me. This time, I'll protect you. Go. Destroy DW while there's still time. While I'm still alive.
Meryl.
Snake, the corridor ahead is full of microwaves.
Yeah.
You'd think it was the one right next to you, but it's actually like just a really long while.
I'm sorry you got dragged into this.
This time, I've got your back. We'll meet again on the other side. Go! Hurry!
There's so much about these scenes that are just like not that well.
Go!
There's something about the way they show Meryl that I don't like. She's only ever strong or independent for a little while, but then she always gets saved by someone. Actually, in the entire Metal Gear verse, the boss is the only character who is a strong, independent female character. I think that was a really redundant statement. And even she couldn't get away without showing some nudity. Strong, independent female character who is not an idiot.
It's not about winning or losing.
This does its job, but it's so pretentious, I gotta say that.
Why don't we get somebody else?
I got nothing to lose. You were the lightning in my brain. Can still shine through the darkness.
Why did they flash back to Raiden? Gee, I wonder who's gonna come back.
Go! Hurry!
Sorry about Raiden.
We'll meet again on the other side.
I just fucking heard that!
Failure will spell doom for the human race.
That one actually makes sense, because I wasn't paying attention that much there. Man, she wasn't this good when she had SOP. What the hell?
Mag. Come on, Snake. I can't hold out much longer. Damn it! I can't protect anyone.
According to Hideo Kojima, it's because you are a woman.
I can't.
By the way, is it true that in Metroid Other M they have Samus actually crying at one point? Or like screaming and flailing in fear? Bullet in my leg, but not selling it at all. Yes, the comedic guy, the funny guy with a big gun comes to the rescue.
Here.
In Freudian terms, this could be so symbolic.
Meryl.